Welcome to JourneyWell with Jodi, the podcast where we embrace the beautiful, messy, and rewarding journey of health and wellness. I'm your host, Jodi, and I'm so glad you're here today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a supplement store or browsed online and felt completely overwhelmed by the endless options? Protein powders, multivitamins, adaptogens, probiotics, green powders, the list goes on and on. And it seems like every influencer is promoting a different must-have supplement that will supposedly change your life. Yeah, well, my fascination with supplements started a lot earlier than you might think. Even as a young kid, like 10, 12 years old, I can remember being completely enthralled by health food stores and like food co-ops. I would stop at the local GNC and get my daily free vitamin C tablet. Do you remember those? They were so good. I would spend a ton of time searching the shelves and reading the labels. And I was just enamored by learning about all the nutrients and what they did for our amazing bodies. And today, I'm still interested. I'm still interested in saving you time, money, and stress trying to figure out how to best meet your supplement needs, what works and what doesn't. So if you felt that confusion and wondered, what do I actually need? What's worth my money? You're not alone. In fact, I recently shared my supplement cabinet on Instagram, and I was flooded with messages from people thanking me for cutting through the noise and sharing what I actually use every single day, especially as a fitness and nutrition pro. So that's why today we're diving into what I call the functional 5, the core supplements that most of us can benefit from, plus some situational supplements that might be worth adding depending on your unique needs. I'll share exactly what's in my personal supplement cabinet, why I take each one, and how to know if it might be right for you too. Here's what's important to remember. I've been a fitness and nutrition pro for over 25 years, but I'm not a doctor. What I'm sharing today comes from education, professional experience with hundreds of clients, and my own personal journey. I'm a big believer that real, whole food should always come first, and supplements should do exactly what their name suggests, supplement upon a good foundation. So before we dive in, I have a quick story to share. Back in my early 20s, I was working at my first gym job and got completely caught up in the supplement hype. I mean, I was spending nearly $300 a month, which was a lot of money for me at the time, but I was spending that on everything from fat burners. Oh, you remember those. Fat burners, amino acids, recovery formulas. I had this giant cupboard filled with tubs, bottles, and honestly, I wasn't seeing any results that matched the investment. So it wasn't until I simplified and focused on fundamentals that I started seeing real changes in my energy, my recovery, and my overall well-being. And it wasn't until I started focusing on real whole foods first that I started really seeing the results. So stick around until the end of this episode because I've created a free supplement basics guide for you to download. So it breaks down everything we talk about today in an easy reference format. And for those of you who want more personalized guidance, I'll also be sharing details about a new custom supplement protocol that helps you create a targeted supplement plan based on your specific symptoms, goals, and lifestyle. Let's get started with the real deal on supplements. No hype, just honest guidance from someone who's been there. Before we talk about any specific supplements, I need to emphasize something crucial. Supplements should supplement a solid nutritional foundation, not replace it. I've seen too many people pop a multivitamin and think they're covered while eating highly processed foods all day. That's not really how it works. Your body is designed to absorb nutrients from real food, and no pill or powder can fully replace the complex matrix of nutrients, fiber, and phytochemicals that come from whole foods. Here's a startling statistic. According to research published in the Journal of American Medical Association, an estimated 70 to 80% of Americans don't consume the recommended amounts of fruits or vegetables daily. So when you're not getting adequate nutrition from food, that's when smart supplements can help fill in the gaps. Let me share a story about my client, Maria. She came in to me taking 15 different supplements every single day, spending over $400 monthly. Yet she was still exhausted, bloated, dealing with skin issues. And when we looked at her diet, she was skipping breakfast, having minimal protein, and ordering takeout most nights. So we scaled back her supplements to just 3 of the basics and completely revamped her diet to include protein at every meal, plenty of colorful vegetables, healthy fats, and adequate hydration. Within 6 weeks, her energy improved dramatically, her skin cleared up, and she actually saved money despite buying more groceries because her supplement bill shrunk so significantly. This isn't to say supplements aren't valuable. They absolutely are, but they should be supporting actors, not the stars of the show. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself before adding any supplement. 1, am I consistently eating a varied diet with adequate protein, healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, and whole grains? Do I have specific symptoms that might indicate a nutritional gap? Is there evidence that this supplement actually addresses my needs? If you can't answer yes to at least 2 of these questions, you might want to focus on improving nutrition foundation first. Now, let's talk about the supplements that research and experience show actually make a difference for people. My functional 5 that form the foundation of a smart supplement strategy is next. After years of trial and error, both personally and with clients, I've identified 5 fundamental supplements that provide the biggest bang for your buck. I call these my functional 5 because they support basic bodily functions that many of us struggle with in our own modern lifestyle. Give you an overnight 6-pack abs or instantly cure all your ailments, but they do address common nutritional gaps and support overall well-being. So let's break them down. First, a quality multivitamin tailored to your age, stage, and goals. Multivitamin is like a nutritional insurance policy. Even with the best intentions, most of us don't get nutrition perfect every single time. And a good multivitamin helps fill in the gaps. The key here is quality. Not all multivitamins are created equal. Many popular brands use cheap, synthetic forms of vitamins that your body struggles to absorb. Some use the bare minimum just so they can say and list that they have the nutrient on the label. So what I look for in a multivitamin: first off, methylated forms of B vitamins, especially methylfolate and methylcobalamin. Chelated minerals for better absorption, no artificial colors, fillers, or preservatives, and doses that actually make a difference. Your body also changes throughout your life. Premenopausal women need different nutrients than postmenopausal women. Athletes have different needs than non-athletes. This is why one size fits all doesn't often work. It often falls short. I remember working with a client named James who was training for a marathon while working a high-stress financial job. He was taking a basic multivitamin from the grocery store, but still felt drained and really got frequent colds. We switched him to a higher quality multivitamin formulated for active and aging people with additional B vitamins for energy and zinc for immune support. Within a month, his recovery between training sessions improved noticeably, and he made it through his entire marathon training cycle without getting sick even once. Okay, so the first one was multivitamin. Second one in the functional 5 is omega-3 fatty acids with EPA and DHA. There's one supplement I might keep if I could only have one, probably be omega-3s. These essential fatty acids are critical for brain health, reducing inflammation, improving heart health, and they can even support mood regulation. Yet most of us don't get enough from our diets, and we certainly get too much of omega-6 and 9s. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids in a Western diet shifted from what was historically about 1-to-1, and now it's approximately 16-to-1. So omega-6, people get 16 times more than omega-3s, and it should be a 1-to-1 ratio. So this is part of what creates a highly inflammatory environment in our bodies. Here's what to look for a good omega-3 supplement. It should be a combined EPA and DHA of at least 1,000 milligrams daily. It should be third-party tested for heavy metals and oxidation. It should be a triglyceride form rather than ethyl or ester for better absorption. And it should have added antioxidants like vitamin E to prevent rancidity. I've personally been taking omega-3s for over 15 years, and it's one of the supplements where I noticed a huge difference when I stopped taking it for a period of time. My joints felt stiff, my skin became drier, and my recovery between workouts slowed down. So when I reintroduced it, these issues improved within weeks. The second functional 5 supplement is omega-3s. The third one is magnesium bisglycinate. Magnesium is involved in 300 enzymatic reactions in your body. Yet, an estimated 50 to 75% of Americans don't meet the recommended daily intake. It's essential for muscle relaxation, sleep quality, stress management, and even regular bowel movements. I specifically recommend magnesium bisglycinate, sometimes called glycinate, because it's gentler on the stomach than other forms and it has better absorption. Magnesium oxide, which is commonly found in cheap supplements, has poor bioavailability and often causes digestive discomfort. So here's what makes magnesium so important. It supports healthy muscle function and prevents cramping. It promotes relaxation and better sleep quality. It helps regulate bowel movements. It supports healthy stress response, and it can play a role in energy production. I started taking magnesium regularly when I was training intensely and experiencing muscle cramps and poor sleep. The difference was noticeable within days. I'm talking better sleep, less nighttime leg cramping, and even more regular digestion. Years later, when I entered perimenopause and now postmenopause, I started experiencing more sleep disruptions. Increasing my magnesium dosage in the evening was one of the most effective natural strategies I've found. All right, number 4 in our functional 5 is vitamin D. Vitamin D is technically a hormone, not just a vitamin, and it impacts virtually every system in your body. Despite being something our bodies can produce naturally from sunlight, vitamin D deficiency is shockingly common. Estimates suggest that about 42% of the U.S. population is deficient, with even higher rates among older adults, people with darker skin, and those living in northern climates. So why does vitamin D deserve a place in your supplement cabinet? Well, it's critical for calcium absorption and bone health. It can support immune system function. It plays a role in mood regulation and may help prevent depression. It's important for hormonal balance, especially thyroid function, and it may help reduce inflammation. Personally, I discovered the importance of vitamin D about a decade ago when a blood test revealed that my levels were actually dangerously low, despite spending plenty of time outdoors. After supplementing consistently, my energy levels improved, and I noticed I got sick less frequently during the winter. The right dose of vitamin D varies widely depending on your current levels, sun exposure, skin tone, other factors like whether you're using sunscreen. This is one supplement where it's particularly valuable to get your levels tested. You can just do a simple blood test with your doctor. Vitamin D is fat soluble, so it stays in your system day over day. It's not something you want to supplement on heavily and then forget about it. You do want to do a blood test to see where you're at and then get guidance from your doctor on how much vitamin D you'll need to supplement with. Finally, the functional 5 is rounded out by one of my all-time favorites, a good protein supplement. And while whole food protein sources should always be your primary focus, a quality protein supplement can be incredibly helpful for meeting daily protein needs, especially if you're active, busy, or trying to maintain muscle mass as you age. There are several options here depending on your needs and preferences. Whey protein is excellent for post-workout recovery due to its complete amino acid profile and rapid absorption. Collagen peptides support skin, hair, nail, and even joint health. And plant-based proteins like pea, rice, or hemp work well for those avoiding animal products. What many people don't realize is that protein needs often change as we age. After 40, we become less efficient at using protein for muscle building and maintenance, a process called anabolic resistance. Research suggests that older adults may need up to 50% more protein than younger adults to maintain muscle mass. I've seen the impact of adequate protein firsthand with my client Susan, who came to me at age 58, concerned about her decreasing strength and energy. By adding a protein supplement to her, we reached about 100 grams daily. She'd only been at about 40 to 50 grams. She was able to reverse some of her strength loss and reported feeling more energetic throughout the day. Just be aware that not all protein supplements are created equal. Look for options with minimal additives, minimal sweeteners, and fillers. And remember, a protein supplement should complement your diet, not replace whole food sources. Beyond the functional 5, there are several other supplements that might be beneficial depending on your specific needs, your lifestyle, and your health goals. I call these situational supplements because they're more targeted to particular concerns or objectives rather than being universally beneficial. Let's talk about some of the most evidence-backed options. Electrolytes. Electrolytes are minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium that carry an electric charge in your body and are essential for hydration, muscle function, and cellular activity. Who might benefit from this? Well, people who are exercising intensely or sweat heavily, anyone living in hot climates, anyone that's following a low-carb or ketogenic diet, Anyone that experiences symptoms like muscle cramps, fatigue, or even headaches, I became a big believer in supplementing electrolytes when I was training for a half marathon one summer. And despite drinking plenty of water, I kept feeling dizzy and fatigued during longer runs, but adding in electrolyte supplements made it an immediate difference, like instant difference on those longer runs. So great. But here's what to look for an electrolyte supplement. A balanced profile of sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, not just one very high and others very low. Look for a balanced profile within those four. A minimal added sugars or artificial ingredients or artificial sweeteners, and ideally formulations that don't have artificial colors or flavors. Second in my situational supplements is creatine. Creatine is one of those most well-researched supplements available. Very strong evidence supporting its benefits for muscle strength, power, and recovery. And what many people don't realize is that its benefits extend beyond athletics to cognitive function and healthy aging. Here's who could benefit from creatine supplementation. Active individuals looking to improve performance and recovery, people in perimenopause or menopause, because research shows it may help preserve muscle mass. Anyone interested in cognitive support, and even vegetarians and vegans who get less creatine naturally from their diets. I started taking creatine in my 40s after reading research about its benefits for women in perimenopause, and I've noticed improvements in my strength during workouts and my recovery afterwards. I've actually noticed, it's very subjective to say this, that I've noticed more density in my muscles where they feel more firm like they did in my 20s and 30s. So I definitely noticed that with creatine supplementation. Here's what to look for. Creatine monohydrate is the most researched form, so I suggest starting with creatine monohydrate, looking for products that are third-party tested, and just having plain creatine without any unnecessary additives. You just need creatine. Often I'll combine it with electrolytes because I've read that salts do help with absorption. All right, third on my list of situational supplements is CBD for anxiety and calm. CBD, or cannabidol, has gained significant popularity for its potential to promote relaxation and reduce anxiety without the intoxicating effects of THC. So CBD is not the part of hemp that makes you high. It's just the beneficial part for reducing anxiety and improving feelings of calm. Here's who might benefit. Anyone experiencing mild to moderate anxiety, anyone struggling with sleep issues related to racing thoughts, individuals looking for natural stress management support, and people with inflammatory conditions. I have a client, Maya, who's been dealing with anxiety that interfered with her sleep for years. After trying various supplements with limited success, she found that a small dose of CBD oil in the evening helped quiet her mind enough to fall asleep more easily, and it didn't leave her feeling groggy in the morning. Here's what to look for when looking for a CBD supplement. A full spectrum or broad spectrum CBD product. Third-party tested with results readily available, clear dosage information, and organic growing practices. One of the products, and I'll put a link in the show notes here, that I love is Green Compass. I work directly with the rep. She's extremely knowledgeable, educated, and I feel like I'm taking a product that's safe and there's no guesswork. Finally, in our situational supplements, we've got green powder supplements. While nothing replaces actual vegetables in your diet, a quality greens powder can help bridge nutritional gaps when it comes to veggie intake, especially if your veggie intake is not ideal. Here's who might benefit. People who travel frequently and struggle to get fresh vegetables, those who don't particularly enjoy eating vegetables, individuals looking to boost their phytonutrient intake, and people with busy lifestyles who sometimes miss meals. One of my clients, Robert, has a job that requires international travel almost weekly. He tries to make healthy choices on the road. He found it really challenging to eat enough vegetables in some locations, so we added a greens powder to his morning routine, which helped him maintain his energy and his digestive regularity even during some of his most hectic travel weeks. Here's what to look for. A diverse blend of vegetables, fruits, and sometimes algae or grasses. Transparent listing of the actual amounts of ingredients. Beware of just proprietary blends. They're very generic. No added sugars or artificial sweeteners. And additional benefit ingredients like probiotics or digestive enzymes would be awesome. Remember, these situational supplements shouldn't be your first priority. Master the basics: good nutrition, adequate hydration, quality sleep, stress management, and the functional 5 supplements. If they're appropriate for you, it's a great place to start. Consider adding the targeted supplements based on your specific needs and goals. All right, now we've covered which supplements are worth considering. Let's talk about how to identify quality products in the market largely unregulated. The supplement industry in the United States operates under different rules than pharmaceuticals. The FDA does not review supplements for safety and effectiveness before they hit the market. This creates kind of a buyer beware situation where quality varies dramatically between brands. Here are my top tips for choosing high-quality supplements. Look for third-party testing. Third-party testing is absolutely critical when choosing supplements, and here's why. A shocking study by the Journal of American Medical Association found that out of 274 supplements they tested, 25% actually contained ingredients not listed on the label, some of which were potentially harmful. And quality brands voluntarily submit their products for testing by independent organizations. Look for certifications from NSF International, USP or the United States Pharmacopoeia, Informed Choice or Informed Sport, particularly focused on testing for banned substances if you're an athlete. Consumer Lab is an independent testing company that randomly purchases supplements off retail shelves for testing. And then rather than accepting samples from manufacturers, they just take it right off the shelves and test it directly. But here's what third-party testing looks for. They look for ingredient verification. Does the product contain what it claims? Potency confirmation in the amounts that are stated. Does it actually contain the amount that it says it has? It screens for contaminants, so it's looking for heavy metals, microbes, and pesticides. It's looking for prohibited substances like anything unlisted drugs or banned substances, especially within that Informed Choice and Informed Sport companies for athletes. It's also looking for dissolution testing, which is basically the ability to break it down properly in your body so your body can actually absorb it. All right, so that's tip one, looking for third-party testing. Second, check the form of nutrients. So form of vitamins and minerals matter for absorption and effectiveness. Look for methylated B vitamins. Choose chelated minerals. So anything ending in 8, like citrate, glycinate, those are chelated minerals. Avoid oxide forms of minerals, like magnesium oxide, as an example, because it's poorly absorbed. Hard for me to say this, but 3 is beware of proprietary blends. This is a red flag I want you to watch out for because many supplements list proprietary blends on their label, which essentially is a loophole that allows companies to hide the exact amounts of ingredients in their formulas. And here's why this is a problem. First, with a proprietary blend, ingredients are listed in descending order by weight, but without specific amounts. This means a blend might contain 99% of the cheapest ingredient and just 0.1% of something expensive or effective, and you'd never really know because it's proprietary. Second, without knowing the exact amounts, you can't tell if you're getting an effective dose. Research shows specific doses are needed for benefits. For example, study shows you need at least 3 to 5 grams of creatine daily for muscle benefit, but a proprietary blend might contain only a fraction of that. And third, it makes it impossible to troubleshoot. If you experience side effects, you wouldn't know which ingredient or what amount is causing the problems. Truth is, most proprietary blends aren't protecting some special formula. They're hiding insufficient amounts of quality ingredients or excessive amounts of stimulants. Companies often claim they use proprietary blends to protect their formula, but in reality, and maybe it's just my opinion, it's typically to hide cost-cutting measures. All right, so my other tips are research the company. Look for brands that have been in business for several years. They're transparent about where they're sourcing and where they're manufacturing. They invest in research and quality control, and they have positive reviews from healthcare practitioners, positive reviews on their websites. Should always check for fillers and additives. Quality supplements minimize unnecessary ingredients. So be cautious of products that contain artificial colors and flavors, chemical preservatives, hydrogenated oils, excessive binders, and fillers. Focus on proper storage. Even the highest quality supplements can degrade if not stored properly. So keep them in a cool, dry place. Store oils like fish oil in the refrigerator after opening. Keep supplements away from direct sunlight and pay attention to expiration dates. If a product's expired, it may not hurt you, it just may not be as potent. Okay? So finally, consider some advanced testing options. One of the most effective ways to know exactly which supplements you need is through specialized testing. I'm really excited to share a resource I've found extremely valuable for my clients. It's called Cell Wellbeing Epigenetic Hair Testing. This technology analyzes a small hair sample, literally 4 hairs plunked, so you get the actual hair root in the follicle, but it provides detailed information about where your vitamin and mineral deficiencies are, exactly where. It's 35 pages, this report. It shows you food sensitivities, environmental influences that could be harming your health, toxin exposure, digestive optimization needs. So if you're struggling with your digestive system and unsure why, this can tell you how to optimize and improve that. EMF sensitivity. So we're using our devices. We've got our phones, we've got our AirPods and earbuds and wireless everything. So you may be sensitive to EMFs and so much more. It's a 35-page report that goes into full detail, and we walk through every single page and what changes you can make based on the report. What makes this testing very different is that it looks at your body from an epigenetics perspective, examining how your environment and lifestyle influence your nutritional needs at the cellular level. So if you're interested in this kind of personalization, I'm offering cell well-being testing as part of my practice. You can book a consultation at JodiSussner.com and simply mention this podcast to receive $50 off a hair sample test. Process is simple. We collect the hair sample, or you can do it on your own at home. We can do it during the consultation. We send it in for analysis and then create a completely customized supplement protocol based on your unique results. Ideally, you stop wasting money and you focus on exactly what you need. Some of the most overpriced supplements are those marketed with extravagant claims or celebrity endorsements rather than science. And remember, more is not better when it comes to supplements. Megadosing certain vitamins and minerals can actually be harmful. So you always start with recommended dosage and consult with a healthcare provider before taking high doses of any supplement. So, how do you take all this information and create a supplement plan that's right for you? Let me walk you through a simple process. Step 1, assess your diet and lifestyle. So before adding any supplements, honestly evaluate yourself on your typical daily food intake, your exercise patterns, your sleep quality and quantity, your stress level, and any specific symptoms you're experiencing. All of these factors influence which supplements might benefit you most. Second, identify your top health concerns or goals. Are you focused on increasing energy, supporting your immune function, helping sleep, enhancing athletic performance, supporting your hormonal balance, or something else entirely? But your specific concerns should guide your supplement choices. Step 3, start with the basics. Rather than trying a dozen supplements all at once, begin with the most fundamental for your situation. For most people, this means starting with some combination of the functional 5 that we discussed. Step 4, introduce one new supplement at a time. Add just one new supplement and give it at least 2 to 3 weeks before adding another. This approach allows you to notice if it's making any difference, identify any negative reactions, and determine if it's worth the investment. Step 5, track your results. Keep notes on how you feel and any changes you might notice. Be really specific about your energy levels, your sleep quality, your digestive function, your mood, your performance, and any symptoms that improve or worsen. Step 6, adjust based on results. If you don't notice benefits after 1 to 2 months, the supplement might not be right for you. Don't continue taking and paying for supplements that aren't providing noticeable benefits. Step 7, consider professional guidance. For more complex health concerns, consider working with a registered dietitian, a functional medicine practitioner, a naturopathic doctor. These professionals can order appropriate testing and create more targeted recommendations based on your specific needs. So I've created a little special gift for you, a supplement basics guide that walks you through the process step by step, everything we just talked about, including a worksheet to help you assess your needs and track your results. You can download it at my website at JodiSussner.com. Click the link in the show notes. It'll take you right there. And for those who want that more personalized guidance, you can get my new custom supplement protocol program, which might be even perfect for you, because that's where you'll identify your specific nutritional needs based on symptoms, lifestyle, and goals. And then we create a targeted supplement plan to address them. You'll also get ongoing support to fine-tune that approach as much as needed. Go to JodiSussner.com and make sure you mention this podcast for $50 off. All right, to wrap up today's episode, I want to emphasize that supplements are just one piece of your wellness puzzle. They can be powerful tools when used correctly, but they work best when built on a foundation of good nutrition, adequate sleep, regular movement, and stress management. Here are a few key takeaways from today. Food first, supplement second. Focus on improving your diet before adding supplements. The Functional 5 supplements provide the biggest benefit for most people: a quality multivitamin, omega-3s, magnesium bisglycinate, vitamin D, and protein. Consider situational supplements like electrolytes, creatine, CBD, or greens powders based on your specific needs. Quality matters. Look for third-party testing and appropriate forms of nutrients. And create a personalized approach based on your unique needs rather than following trends. Don't forget to download your free Supplement Basics guide to help you implement what we've discussed today. And if you're looking for more personalized guidance, check out my custom supplement protocol program. If this episode was helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit and leave a review. It helps other people find the podcast. Thank you for joining me today on JourneyWell with Jodi. I'll see you next time, where we'll discuss how to navigate health information overload. Remember, this journey isn't about perfection. It's about making informed choices that support your well-being. You've got this.